Here's the back of the basement here with the wall forms. I really like my concrete wall forming company. They actually have a big boom truck that brings in these wall forms in their own cages. Actually makes it real easy for the guys to work off a site like this. It reduces the amount of lugging of these big heavy panels, and it reduces the fatigue of the guys during the day, which allows them to really be focused on doing a really nice job and getting it done in a quick manner. Something I really wanted to show you over here, I don't know if you saw in other videos, but here we ran into some real soft dirt, and what we found was an old septic tank when we were digging out this basement. You got to be real careful, and you got to really watch your builders or renovators to make sure that if they do hit soft ground, and this is where it's really worth sometimes you bringing in an engineer, just a civil engineer or just someone that's in the know to test this ground before you allow your builder or modeler to go ahead and pour footings and or walls to support an addition or a new home. Because what will happen sometimes is they'll get in a rush to get it done, and they'll just go ahead and do it, and you won't know until years from now you get that settling and cracking in your walls. Here's a 6-foot hole we had to dig below grade. These concrete walls are going to be down below the dirt, and these are what are called subwalls. If you ever hear a builder or renovator talk about subwalls, these are them. It's typically to get down to hard dirt, or if you have a real steep foundation, you'll use subwalls to raise it up a little bit, but these will get poured. We're way down here, down into real solid ground. You can see our footing down there. And we'll come up with the walls, and believe it or not, when it's said and done, you'll see in a later video, only about a foot or 2 feet of this wall will actually be showing. Right here is the footing. We'll pour a 6-inch slab above that footing. You can see you're only going to have about 1.5 feet of space there above it, of wall space. So this is one of those I gotchas, and you really make sense to really know what a subwall is and why it should be used and what you should be looking out for when you're building or renovating a home. And this right here costs a lot more money, but it's one of those things that you'll be real happy you went back to solid ground. Because listen, I'm going to tell you, not always do county or city inspectors catch these things. They might put their ground probing rod and miss this corner or hit a little rock that may be down below the surface and think that it's hard when in fact it's not. So this is one of those things that I wanted to show you in hopes that when you're doing your project you'll see it and then stop yourself.